Do you think Halloween is just about costumes and candy? That the pumpkins, the black cats, the witches, and the bats are only decorations, cute images for children? You are wrong. Every single symbol of Halloween hides a history older than the holiday itself. A history dripping with blood, fear, and superstition. Tonight, we are going to uncover those meanings, piece by piece. But before we dive into the darkness, subscribe right now, because here we explore the truths that others are too afraid to tell. And remember, once you hear these hidden meanings, you can't unhear them. Every time you see these symbols again, they will look back at you. Let's begin with the jack-o'-lantern, the heart of Halloween. A glowing face carved into a pumpkin, smiling or sneering on porches. But the truth is far from fun. Long before pumpkins, the Irish carved grotesque faces into turnips and rutabagas. These were not decorations. They were shields, wards against Stingy Jack, the cursed soul who roams the earth carrying an ember from hell. The fire inside each lantern was meant to repel spirits, but some legends say the fire can also attract them. Each time you carve one, you are copying an ancient ritual, repeating a bargain with the dead. When the candle flickers, do you feel safe or do you feel watched? Masks and costumes seem playful, but they are one of the oldest and darkest parts of Halloween. On Samhain, people disguise themselves with animal skins and skulls so that wandering spirits would mistake them for their own. In time, masks became part of All Hallows' Eve celebrations across Europe. But behind the disguise hides danger. If you blur your identity long enough, who are you? In folklore, spirits can cling to a mask, inhabiting it, using it as a doorway. Have you ever stared at a Halloween mask too long and felt it staring back? What if, once you take it off, something stays behind? Black cats, sleek and silent, have stalked Halloween for centuries. To some, they are pets. To others, omens. In the Middle Ages, they were believed to be witches' familiars, demons in disguise, or even witches transformed. To see one cross your path was to invite bad luck, or worse, a curse. In October, shelters often refused to allow adoptions of black cats, fearing ritual sacrifice. Why would such a superstition survive for centuries if there wasn't something real behind it? When a black cat's eyes glow in the night, you may wonder, are you looking at an animal or something looking through it? Witches themselves haunt Halloween imagery, the pointed hat, the broom, the bubbling cauldron. But these are not inventions of fairy tales. The hat reflects ancient ritual crowns used by priestesses who channeled hidden powers. The broom was a tool of fertility rites, smeared with hallucinogens that gave visions of flight. The cauldron is a symbol of rebirth, the womb of the goddess, where life and death merge. Christianity demonized these images, twisting symbols of power into something to fear. Yet why do witches still terrify us? Perhaps because part of us knows that these symbols still carry meaning, that behind them lies a truth we are not meant to touch. The bat, fluttering in the night, has been a symbol of horror long before Dracula. Emerging from caves at dusk, they were believed to be souls leaving the underworld, omens of death. In ancient Chinese folklore, bats were actually symbols of fortune, but when Europe turned them into creatures of darkness, they became forever linked with demons. Vampires only cemented the connection, drinking blood like bats in the night. On Halloween, their shadow is not just a reminder of horror movies, but of a primal fear that something small, fast, and hidden in the dark can drink the very essence of life. Spiders crawl across webs in every haunted house, Their silk threads glisten in the dark, fragile and eternal at once. In superstition, a spider seen on Halloween was a soul of the dead, watching you from the corner. If a spider crawled into a candle's flame and burned, it meant a witch was nearby. Their webs became symbols of time and death, each strand one heartbeat closer to the end. And when you look at a web in the dark, ask yourself, what is truly waiting in the center? Owls, silent hunters of the night, are symbols few understand. In Celtic myth, they were harbingers of death, their cries announcing doom. In Native American traditions, owls carried messages between worlds. In medieval Europe, witches kept owls as companions, their wide eyes seeing what mortals could not. Even today, in parts of the world, an owl's cry is a warning. Someone will die soon. When you hear that haunting call, is it just a bird? Or is it death itself, whispering in your ear? Even candy has a hidden meaning. Trick-or-treating may seem innocent, but its roots are offerings to spirits. In Celtic tradition, food was left at doors so the dead would not torment the household. In the Middle Ages, children went door to door offering prayers for souls in purgatory in exchange for bread. What you hand out today is not just sugar, it is a piece of an ancient pact. Give to the wandering dead, or they will take something else. Colors themselves carry the power of symbols. Orange, bright as fire, represents the harvest, survival, the thin flame of life. Black, deep as the void, is death, endings, and what waits beyond. Together, they are the balance of life and death, the perfect representation of Halloween. Every orange and black decoration is not just festive, it is a reminder. You are alive only because death has not claimed you yet. But there are more obscure symbols. The scarecrow, a figure of straw, stands in fields, its arms spread, a mockery of life. Once it was believed to scare away not just animals but spirits, demons, even witches who might curse the crops. At night, under the October moon, a scarecrow can look almost alive, and in some folk tales, it was said to move when no one watched. Animated not by magic, but by the restless souls it was built to protect against. The skull, another favorite Halloween image, is not just a symbol of death. It is a reminder of mortality, yes, but also of transformation. In some ancient traditions, skulls were kept in homes to honor ancestors. On Halloween, the skull means something more, that death is always present, that beneath every mask and every face lies the same grinning bone. When you see a skull decoration, it is not just art, it is a mirror. Candles burn in windows and on graves, small lights against the darkness. But each flame is a guide, a beacon for the dead to find their way, or to keep them at bay. In Mexico, candles line cemeteries to welcome souls. In Europe, candles in windows were shields against witches and spirits. On Halloween, when you light a candle, are you guiding a loved one home, or opening the door for something else? And then, the moon, bright, silver, unblinking. On Halloween, it feels closer, heavier, more powerful. Folklore ties the full moon to transformations, madness, and ritual. Werewolves howl to it, witches gather under it, spirits walk beneath it. On Halloween night, the moon is not just a light, it is an eye, and what it sees, it never forgets. Symbols surround Halloween. Pumpkins, masks, cats, witches, bats, spiders, owls, colors, skulls, scarecrows, candles, the moon. None of them are empty. They are pieces of ancient beliefs, fragments of rituals, echoes of fears too old to die. And every October, when we hang them in our homes, carve them, wear them, and light them, we are not just celebrating, we are repeating those rituals. The question is, do you know what they mean? Do you know what they invite? So this Halloween, when you see a jack-o'-lantern flicker, when you hear an owl in the night, when you walk past a scarecrow in a lonely field, remember, these are not just symbols, they are warnings. And sometimes, what they keep away comes anyway. If you enjoyed uncovering the hidden meanings of Halloween symbols, subscribe now, leave a like and share this video. And remember, when the lights go out, when the masks are put away, when the pumpkins rot, the symbols don't disappear. They remain, watching, waiting, reminding us that Halloween was never just about fun. It was always about fear,